Hey everybody, ChristopherOdd here, and this is Dark Souls 3. It's a few weeks early, and I gotta say thanks to the Namco Bandai guys. They allowed a few YouTubers and streamers to play a chunk of Dark Souls 3 before it releases, and I'm really happy to be able to share that with you guys, and I'm happy to be included in that group. So thank you to them, and I hope you guys enjoy some of the early content. I am guessing that a lot of people want to avoid spoilers, and for those people, totally cool. I totally respect that. I'm going to make sure that none of the titles have spoilers in them, and then hopefully you come back when the game releases on April 12th. But for those of you that are going to stick around, just so you know, I'm going to try to explore as much as I can, and just try to piece together the story in Dark Souls 3. The interesting thing about the Souls games is that nothing is really ever straightforward. There's tons of lore, and it's all about interpretations, and I think the best way to kind of find out those things is through three different ways, really. Talking to as many of the NPCs as we can find, reading the item descriptions from the items that we find, and then actually I think one of the biggest ones is just to explore the environment around us. I think sometimes just the way that different areas are shaped or kind of molded, they actually tell a certain story of what could have happened there in the past, and we'll try to explore that as much as we can. And I'm looking forward to doing that. So, thank you guys for coming to check this out. I hope you enjoy. Let's just get right into it, shall we? The only experience that I have with Dark Souls 3 is my experimenting with different classes for about 2 minutes each, just to get a quick feel for it. I've skipped any of the intro cutscenes, so when we watch this first one here, this will be the first time I'm watching it with you guys, and after the first 2 minutes of getting into the game, it's all going to be fresh to me too, so I'm really excited to take this journey with you guys. Here we go.
Yes, indeed. It is called Lothric, where the transitory lands of the Lords of Cinder converge. In venturing north, the pilgrims discover the truth of the old words. The fire fades, and the lords go without thrones. Of cinder from their graves. Aldrich, saint of the deep, Farron's undead legion, the Abyss Watchers. And the reclusive lord of the profaned capital. Yon the Giant. Only in truth, the lords will abandon their thrones. And the Unkindled will rise. nameless, accursed. accursed undead, unfit even to be cinder. And so it is that ash seeketh embers.
Oh, wow. That is awesome. Okay, so, wow, that's really cool. This, character creation process is very similar to previous Souls games, so I'm not gonna spend, a ton of time in here. But what I will do is, I took a couple notes, actually, during that intro, and there's a couple of things that she said that really stand out to me. She basically was saying, like, when we saw that pilgrim walking across, she was saying that, the pilgrims kind of were discovering the truth of the old worlds, and the fire has faded. So I'm guessing, you know, something has happened in this region, and the lords have no thrones. So, they were awoken from their graves because the bell tolled, and it said when the link to the fire breaks, then the bell tolls, signaling the waking of these lords of Cinder. And then only in truth, the lords will abandon their thrones, and the Unkindled will rise. And I'm assuming that's where we come in there. So, yeah, pretty cool. Really, really, that got me, like, I'm pretty excited about this. Now, there's a few different classes here that we may not have seen in the past. I typically would go like with a knight build, but I think what I'm gonna do, the one that I actually enjoyed playing the most in my 2-minute session with each of these guys, is the mercenary. I thought it was quick, I thought it was fun, it's versatile, and I just think it will be really exciting. So we're gonna go with like more of a dexterity build, and hopefully that doesn't prove to be too painstaking for us, but let's grab that. Now we have these burial gifts. I'll go through each of these, but they're basically just little bonuses, and in previous Souls games, some of them were really ambiguous, like you weren't sure what they would do for you, whereas in Dark Souls 3, it appears that they're all straightforward. It tells you what they're going to do. So we have a life ring, which will increase maximum HP. We have Divine Blessing, which would fully restore HP and cures ailments. That's a consumable. I don't know if it's that valuable early on. Pure Blessed Holy Water fully restores FP. Kind of the same thing, you use it and it's gone. Black Firebomb, an uncouth gift for the departed. It's a firebomb that is charged with special black powder. We have a Fire Gem. Now this could be interesting, but I don't know how long we'd have to hold on to it before we could use it. We can use it to upgrade fire weapons, and I'm not sure when we would even get access to that. So I'll probably hold off on that. Sovereignless Soul, use it to acquire many souls. That's a nice little boost early on. Rusted Gold Coin is kind of interesting. There's this luck stat which will increase your item drops, and this can help to increase your item discovery for a short while, so that might be worthwhile. The Cracked Red Eye Orb, you can become a dark spirit and invade another world. One use only. I think we could probably get those later on. And then this one's actually really interesting. It's a branch of a young white birch, perhaps an offering of peace. It can be used to blend into the environment, but only once. And I'm not sure if that's something that would have to be used at like a very specific location. I'm not sure if this is the only time we could ever get one. I have no idea. But I think the thing that could help us the most would be the coins. And I say that because if we can get lucky and find like a great weapon or a shield or armor early on, that could really give us a nice boost. So let's grab the coins. In terms of the face presets, I'm not going to get too into it. We're usually going to have like some type of headwear or mask on at some point, I'm sure. So what I am going to do is go into here. This is the one I was leaning towards, but when I played Dark Souls 2, I had an all-white character. It was like really distracting as much as I love that look. So we're just going to grab something a little bit more normal. We'll go like burly upper body, and then you can get in here and you can mess with this a ton, specifically in like the face detail. You can go in here, you can kind of manipulate everything that you want to your heart's desire, but I have a pretty good idea of what I'm gonna do. Hair-wise, I think we're gonna go a little bit longer, and of course, I've got to go white hair. I think I can make it whiter if I max these all out. I don't know if that's any whiter or not, but I like that. We'll get some eyebrows going on, nothing too crazy. We don't want to throw our enemies off too much. Got to give them a chance, you know. Definitely gonna have a beard, and you know it. It's gonna be a white beard as well. Eyelashes, I think we're fine. What I will change is the eye color. I kind of like a green eye. None of this really matters, but like, I just kind of like it. You can customize it a bit, you know. In the tattoos, there's a cool like mark that I want, and it's gonna be this one, and then I'll kind of move it a bit. I'm gonna put it over our eye here, and maybe we can rotate it just so it looks like we took like a heavy sword attack at some time in our life previous. But yeah, I like that. And that'll pretty much be it, I think. We'll save this in here, because why not? And then just before we go, I'll show you a quick like explanation of what each of these stats are. So the level is just your general strength of your combined overall attributes. Each class has a different level to start out with. We've got Vigor, which will govern your HP. It also governs resistance to frost, which is a new detriment in the game that you can have inflicted upon you. Attunement governs your FP, also determines number of attunement slots. Endurance governs your stamina and resistance to lightning and bleeding. Vitality is your physical defense, and it governs your maximum equipment load. That part's very important. And poison resistance. Strength is what's used to wield your heavy weapons, your strength-based weapons. Also governs resistance to fire, so that's cool. Dexterity is obviously used to wield like the faster kind of weapons, and it improves your attack strength, reducing spellcasting time, and reduces damage taken when falling, so some minor improvements there. Intelligence is the attribute required to cast sorceries and pyromancies. So I might get into some pyromancy later, we'll see how that plays out. Faith is for miracles and increases your spell potency. Pyromancy is affected by both faith and intelligence, so that's pretty cool. Dark defense is also calculated from this attribute. And then we have luck. As I was mentioning earlier, this can increase your item drops. So you can actually build up luck on your character if you want. I think we'll just go with the coins, and I'm hoping maybe we can find more coins later, and we'll see what kind of luck we get with that. But without further ado, let's get going. Okay, here we go. This is the Cemetery of Ash. That little cutscene right there, that's really tied to something that speaker was saying. One of the last things she said was, "Only in truth, the lords will abandon their thrones, and the unkindled will rise." And then it shows us rising out of this coffin or grave, disturbed grave or coffin, I guess you'd say. And here we are. So I've been through this first area a couple of times, just experimenting with the different classes and the starting weapons. But there's one area that I've left because I think it would be cool to do for the first time with you guys. And I'll talk about that when we get there. But it's filled with these little dialogues to show how to control your character, which I'll show you guys. I'm not gonna read each of them because it's very straightforward and it's very similar to previous Souls games. But let's put this guy down after he has this little panic attack. So we can still dodge, we can still run, I think that's what this one shows. Yeah, this is our dash. And one of the things I really love about the Souls games is that even like right at the beginning, there's little trails off the beaten path that you can go into and explore, and you'll usually be rewarded. And I think that's probably the game's way of just subtly training you that if you're willing to put in the time to explore things, then more than likely you're gonna be rewarded, so. Man down. Yeah, so we still have those critical strikes, which is pretty awesome. I like that a lot. And we've got this knight here. He's gonna give us this Ashen Estus Flask. And what the Estus Flask does is restore our, I'm calling it mana. The game calls it FP. I think that's what FP is the mana. And at this point, I'm kind of thinking, well, I don't have any spells right now, so how am I gonna use this? But you'll see in a couple of seconds here how that can come into play for us, even though we're not casting spells. Oh, and I also wanted to say, this knight here, I don't know if this is like, if this is the exact knight from previous games, because there are quite a few knights that look, you know, very similar. But the fact that he's resting in this, I'm gonna say bowl for lack of a better term. Oh, hello. Maybe cauldron is better. But we've seen those in the previous games. And so what I'm thinking is that that's kind of a, I'm thinking that is more of a throwback to the knights of the old games. Maybe I'm just overanalyzing that. That's totally possible, but. Okay, so this is the one I wanted to show. For every weapon, it's got a skill associated with it. Some of them are unique to the specific weapon, some of them overlap for just the type of weapon that it is. But essentially how it works is you go into this different stance with Y. If it's a one-handed weapon, then you're gonna just use two hands on it to make it a stronger attack. With the scimitars, we dual wield, and once we use the left trigger, it can use the weapon's skill. And so I was thinking to myself, like, well, how are you... I guess you find a new weapon, you just experiment with it and try it. But then, when I was going through the inventory, I was able to see that each weapon will actually show you what the skill is. So on these sellsword twin blades, the skill is called Spin Slash at the bottom, and it slices into foes with a large spinning motion, and continues spinning to transition into a strong attack. So, what's really cool is... if we're dual wielding like this, look at that attack. That's just super cool to me. Let's try it. And then, I'm trying to explain it as I go, but it went a little too fast. If you use that and then transition to a strong attack, you do like two kind of whirling attacks, and I just think that's super fun. That's like the main reason that I ended up choosing this class to get these starting weapons. And I think the dexterity-based weapons, just on that alone, is like, that got me excited enough to make that my preferred choice. So that does use a little bit of the mana, as you can see up top. It's pretty minimal. I think we did like 3 attacks there, and you can see what it did there at the top. So now this area, I've been in here, but I haven't fought what's back here yet, and I thought I would save that and see what this thing is all about, but it gives you like a little warning saying, hey, you might want to turn back. And of course, I had to come in here and take a peek, and it got me super excited. Look at that thing. Look at that. What is that? I don't know. We're about to find out. Oh yeah. Whoa! Okay, I just want to get like a sense of what he's doing before we get in there and start to fight him. I'll get a couple of knife if I can. Let's see what else he's got though. Man, he is gonna be strong. That barely did anything to him. Okay, so he's got a few, he's got like that roll, he's got that swipe. That's probably his preferred method of closing distance. Well, and there's that. Okay, let's see if we can fight this guy. Tails, oh my god. Keep it cool. We're doing like so little damage. Let's see if we can... There's our special! Oh, oh! Oh, oh! I think he was staggered there. But I couldn't get the, I don't know if that's still a thing, but I'm assuming if there's a stagger, then we can probably do some extra damage. Okay, I'm not liking where we are here. Let's get a little closer to this guy. Come on. Oh! Wow. He is strong. Come on now, buddy. Oh, look, it staggered again. Oh, there it is. That is cool. Like, oh, that seems like so much damage, but it's like nothing. Whoa. Okay, we're doing well so far. Let's not screw this up. Get in there. Oh, I got a little greedy. Oh, I think we're gonna take him. Yeah! Oh, that is awesome. Oh, that is awesome. Oh, I love these. I just miss playing Dark Souls so badly. This is so cool. That is awesome. And we got a Titanite scale. That was fun. Okay, that was awesome. Let's check out this scale, shall we? Titanite scale. So, Titanite altered by a soul. It's got like an inscription on there. That's cool. Reinforces soul transposed weapons to +4. Weapons forged by soul transposition can only be reinforced by Titanite of the same kind. So is that kind of like fire weapons, soul weapons? I'm not sure what that means yet, but we'll figure it out. In rare cases, crystal lizards devour souls, growing to monstrous proportion and leaving these great scales. Oh! Oh, that's what that was. That's a giant crystal lizard, which we've seen again. Talking about that knight at the beginning, we've seen those in previous games, and now they've grown to these big, gigantic proportions, and they drop these. Are they all gonna be like that? Let me just check that one more time. In rare cases, crystal lizards devour souls, growing to monstrous proportion. Okay. So that's not the norm. So we may still see, crystal lizards in their tiny, normal form, but that's cool. Okay. That was fun. Now, there's still one other area in here that I'll show you guys that I have been to. It's like, I wouldn't even call it an area, it's a ramp. But I'll go over there anyways. It's just across the way. Like, how nice does this look? I'm like really excited about Dark Souls now. Okay, so we can use our items. Figured that out pretty quickly. Oh, we've got action. Oh, I forgot I was dual wielding. It worked out. Okay, so we've got a kick maneuver. Oh, these guys do like a weird bicycle kick. Kinda. Yeah, there we go. I'm not sure if I like that. When you're using like, I used, I think it was the knight. And, it was just a regular straight up kick. But it looks like this one is that kind of cartwheel. That's cool. Or bicycle kick, I should say, but it doesn't have quite the same effect or impact. So yeah. Now all of that's it. That's all I've ever explored with any of these classes. And that was the first time I've actually fought anything significant, so I'm super happy that I didn't embarrass myself terribly. Change weapons, toggle items. So now all of these things I am gonna read because these are all new. And look at this. What? Oh, look at, there's like a giant fortress? Not sure what that is. Castle? Fortress? Is that like a city off in the distance there? Or is it just more mountains? It's really tough to tell, but regardless, it's gorgeous. Oh, this is like... What? This is stunning. So much detail. We've got some... Oh, we've got a couple of guys here. I see one by the gravestones, one under the arch there. Oh! Even better. We've got a bonfire. So we've lit it. Let's rest here. Refill everything. Looks like we've got 3 Estus charges to start with. I am assuming that, like previous games, we'll be able to increase that. Let's do this. We'll see if we can get a parry off here. Nope. Oh, they're so quick. They're so quick. Parrying has always been like... I wouldn't say it's definitely not something I would describe as my strength. But I look to try and improve that. For now, we'll just deal with these guys because they're easy enough, but... Once we're dealing with, like, bigger, slower enemies, it makes a lot more sense. Oh. I thought he was the guy I saw by the grave, but it appears that it was all a ruse. That'll do. Oh. Oh, this is very reminiscent of, Dark Souls 2, I believe. Like, almost feels exactly the same, where you're coming up, out of those, like, dark woods, and you come into this open clearing, and even this little thing where you go off down to the side. I think in Dark Souls 2 there was, like, a gate or something that this eventually led to, but it just gave me, like, major... Whoa, hello. Major nostalgia. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that seems reasonable. Getting a little overconfident there. That's better. Now, what were you protecting? A firebomb. Well, you can pretty much imagine how that's gonna work. How do we go about equipping it here? We've got our tool belt, but these are not the same that we have here, so... Ah, here we go. Firebomb. Bisque urn filled with black powder explodes, inflicting fire damage. Fire damage, which differs from physical damage, is highly effective against creatures of flesh, beasts, and other foes that might naturally have cause to fear the flame. Very cool. Very cool. Black separation crystal. Charm of farewell granted to banished undead. The crystal sends fences back to their homes and you back to yours. That's for, like, invasions. And then this one, or maybe not, because this one says online. Restore the connection to the other worlds. Way of white circlets assume such sin as their own, but are found few and far between. Acting without honor will never be without risk. I think this is to just, maybe that's to invade, or maybe, work in tandem with somebody. Okay, so that's a dead end down there. Let's check up here now. Oh, okay, so to jump is the It's the clicking. Let's see. Oh yeah, okay. I don't know if I'm a big a fan of that as the other ways of like running with B and then tapping it again. Oh, okay, we've got action down there. I was trying to think of like, why would it be showing us this? Let's see if we can jump this. Oh yeah, actually works pretty well. A Titanite shard. So that's more Titanite. Isn't the other one? Yeah, we have a scale and a shard, so this will reinforce weapons to +3. Shards are fragments of the legendary slabs. Titanite is etched into weapons to reinforce. Okay, cool. Well, that's gonna be handy once we start upgrading. Right button while falling is a plunging attack, which tells me, yep. Yeah, that'll do. Whoa. And then this area, this just connects back up top, right? Because we came over here and then, yeah, perfect, okay. Look at this. Look at the tree with all its exposed roots. And it's holding on to like that giant coffin there. That is really cool. What's this guy all about? Remove sword. Whoa, what has he got going on there? That is wild. So he's alive. I'm assuming removing this sword is a bad thing, which is fine. We'll definitely throw down if necessary, but I just want to see what else is going on. Can't access the door. Okay, let's remove the sword. It'd be awesome. Can we use this thing? Oh, no. It's gone. Okay, yeah. He's hostile. I was like, oh, maybe he's just gonna be, maybe he's an NPC. No, this is serious business. What has he got going on? Whoa. Whoa! Okay, we can kind of block, but, like, I wouldn't advise it. Okay. We're gonna have to take him pretty seriously. Oh, damn it! Come on. Whoa! He's tricky, actually. He's got a few things going on. Whoa! What the hell is that? What? What is that? What the frick is this? This is not boding well. Wow. Oh, he hit. Wait, let's use these. Ish. Wow. This is insane. Whoa. Oh! Oh! Shit, yeah! Woohoo! Boom! Sorry, I'm like really excited about that because we were like this close to getting our asses kicked. Whew. I'm having a whole range of emotions right now. Coiled sword. Okay, we actually do get the sword. And we're like glowing here. Okay, first of all, let's just... That is cool. Now, is he... Would he be one of the lords? I'm just thinking again, like, she was talking about the... What was it? Something about the bell tolls. I have it written here. The bell tolls, and it wakes the lords of Cinder from their graves. And it's gotta be him, right? There's the giant grave. That's gotta be him. He's gotta come from that grave, no? Maybe. I don't know. That is awesome. Let's check out the sword. I'm assuming this is something I probably can't even use yet. Melee weapons... Oh, maybe it's not even a... Oh, it's a key! Sword missing from the shrine bonfire cannot be equipped as a weapon. Thrust into the shrine bonfire to restore its power and enable travel between bonfires. This sword is only bequeathed to chosen Ash, as judged by the Ludex, who awaits the arrival of Ash as a scabbard. Who awaits the arrival of Ash as a scabbard? Maybe he's not a lord? I'm not sure. But either way, that's really cool. And now we're like on fire. We're like... I'm not sure what that means. But it's definitely different. We'll figure that out. Let's rest here. Ludex Gundyr. Alright. I like that. That was that was awesome. This is just like... Oh, I'm just giddy. Can we go? Okay, now we can open this. I was like, where else are we gonna go? Okay. Guess we're going up. A broken straight sword. I mean, we could check it. Can we do comparisons? Yeah, nice, okay. So, it's not nearly as good as what we have. The scimitars aren't bad. Like, these twin blades, they have C scaling, but we'll want to look to replace those probably ASAP. Open the menu. Yeah, we've got that figured. Thanks. You know what? I'm wondering if... maybe I'll have to watch this back, but... Do we not have more health than we had before? I'm wondering if that's what just happened there. And maybe that's why we're glowing or what have you. This guy's got a spear. You know what? We're going in on these guys. Yeah, that'll do. Come on, big boy. Oh, shit. If you've seen any of the previous attempts I've had at Souls games, I tend to go through periods of intense... I don't want to say it like... Let's just say where I cannot really control my language, and I'm really hoping that that doesn't offend anybody, but at the same time, like, I just can't help it. I just get too, like, I get way too into this. And I hope you guys don't mind, but I'm like, I really loved exploring as much as I can. Are these guys? Yeah. Whoa, who's firing arrows? This is a big group here. I don't think so. I don't think so. What's over on this side? Uh-oh. Oh, I feel kind of bad for this guy. Should we try to do the... Should we kick him off? I feel like it's risky. I'm just gonna... The last thing I need is to backflip right off the cliff. Assisting him in my own or assisting him in taking me down due to my own uncoordinated bicycle kick. Okay, so both of these bring us up to the same area. Whoa! What the hell? Jesus! That came out of nowhere. Let's be prepared here. Ember. What is Ember? So Ember. No Unkindled can ever truly claim the embers that burn within a champion's bosom, which is precisely what makes their yearning for warmth so keen. Gain the strength of flame and increased max HP until death. With the strength of fire, the summoning signs of Unkindled become visible, and seekers of embers can be summoned to join in cooperation, but beware the embers may also attract invaders. So, is this exactly what we have on us right now? It kind of looks the same, and it increases max HP, which is my guess as to what happened to us after we beat that boss. But it's interesting, it says the Seekers of Embers can be summoned to join in cooperation, but beware the Embers may also attract invaders. So while this happens, while we have this extra HP, we're more susceptible to being invaded, perhaps? That's cool. Now, there appears to be an area up here that I cannot get to right now. Oh, maybe. Maybe we can jump over there, but... Let's check the other side before we head in. Whoa, what was that? Jeez, look at this. It's awesome. It's so nice. Uh-oh. We've got a bunch of blood stains here, which leads me to believe that things are not so good. Another ember. Oh, and here... Okay, perfect. This is where we get up from that ledge. Hello. Homeward Bone. Now, Homeward Bones, assuming that nothing has changed too much, these will take us to the last bonfire, right? Yeah, return to last bonfire used for resting. Bonfires are sustained by bones of the undead. In rare cases, their previous owner's strong urge to seek bonfires enchants their bones with a homeward instinct. Alright, cool. That's kind of like, I want to say like a get out of jail free card, but it's really not. Because unless it's changed, it does take some time for it to trigger. Look at all these frickin' blood stains. This guy? What's up with this guy? Oh yeah. Oh shit. Oh. What the hell? Oh shit. Oh, are you fucking kidding me? He's strong as hell. Now I get it. Man, he's so fast. Yeah, I can do the same thing, pal. Oh, son of a bitch. What? Yeah, he's strong. Look at all those pools of blood around there already. That's awesome. That is... Okay, I'm going right for him. Forget it. Oh, look at the HP difference. It's actually... It is significant. Might as well take these guys out. Oh, are you serious? I can't afford that right now. I gotta get back there. We actually had a decent chunk of souls too. Take these guys out. That was our first death though. We got it out of the way. Oh, it's way up there. Oh, that sucks. All right. Got to make this happen. Thank you. I'm actually thinking, you know what? Let's come back to him. Hey, what's this? East-west shield? I bet you that's significantly better than what we have. Not... Well... Actually, not really. It's better against magic, fire, lightning, and dark. But that's it. And it's a lower weight. But what okay, here's what we're gonna do. Because this is actually, like, this is a decent amount of souls. This must be fire... Yeah, okay. This popped up when we were over on the other side. We'll go back to him, but I just don't want to lose all these souls. Whoa, what's with all the... Look at this. Oh, these are... Look at the thrones. That's cool. They're all empty. No, they're not. Is there somebody in both of those? I definitely see one in the second one. Don't tell me this guy's... Okay.
Ah, another
and Firelink Shrine.
Roused from the sleep of death.
Well, let's see.
Well, you're not alone. We Unkindled are worthless. Can't even die right.
So there are more of us.
Gives me conniptions. And they'd have us seek the Lords of Cinder and return them to their moulding thrones. But we're talking true legends with the metal to limp the fire. We're not fit to lick their boots.
That's encouraging. So he's also an Unkindled. And he's saying he's seeking the Lords of Cinder to return them. To return them to their thrones, I guess? Is that what he was saying?
What a sick joke. Asking us to seek the Lords of Cinder
that's exactly
and return them to their moulding thrones. We're talking true legends. Those.
Okay. So he is in the same boat as I am. I wonder if he has anything we can do for him or vice versa. I'm already seeing, like, within here, there's a whole bunch of ways to go. Embed the coiled sword. Look at her. Know exactly what that's gonna mean. Could this be a woman? Yes.
Welcome to the bonfire, Unkindled One. I'm a firekeeper. I tend to the flame and tend to thee. The lords have left their thrones and must be delivered to them. To this end, I am at thy side.
Oh, cool, okay. So, I was thinking we would just level up at a bonfire, but come to think of it, we didn't even see that option before, did we? It was just like we could rest there and get our Estus refilled. But this, okay, so this is like, I see. This is like the lady from Dark Souls 2, and I'm guessing this is kind of our, like, main area for now. Let's see what else she has to say.
Ashen One, To be unkindled is to be a vessel for souls. Sovereignless souls will become thy strength. I will show thee how. Ashen One, bring me souls plucked from their vessels.
I just want to see if she has anything else.
Ashen One, to sovereignless. I will Ashen.
Nope. Okay,
Very
let's
well.
do this.
Then touch the darkness within me. Take nourishment from these sovereignless souls.
Okay, so we've got Vigor, we've got Attunement, which is our mana, or I'm not sure what FP, what the F stands for. Can we only go through here? Yeah. FP. It's probably something super obvious that maybe I missed, but I'm calling it mana, so. I'm thinking a little HP wouldn't hurt, to be honest. We could boost that up pretty significantly, and then we could go a couple points into dexterity. See, we actually have a decent chunk of souls here. We've got vitality for equipment load. Let's maybe grab one of those, or yeah, one of those, and maybe a little bit of endurance, and we'll try to pump dexterity like majority of the time. But I think just giving us a nice boost to HP is pretty helpful. That's giving us almost 100 extra, so I'm good with that.
Ashen One, farewell, Ashen One. May the flames guide thee.
Thank you. And I'm assuming that's awesome. That's so cool. Okay, so Firelink Shrine, which is, okay, I wanted to say this earlier, but Firelink Shrine is the shrine from Dark Souls 1, I believe? Maybe I'm getting that mixed up, but it's definitely from Dark Souls. And it appears that we're back there, so that would explain a couple of things, like some of the throwbacks that we've seen, like even like the crystal lizard, maybe that knight and the bowl that it was resting against. Interesting. Undead Bone Shard. We can attune spells if we had any. We can travel. That's pretty helpful. Organize our storage box so we can leave things here if we want. What does this do? No undead bone shard in inventory. Okay. And actually, the bonfire has a level, it said. It's level 1. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. There's a lot of different ways to go in here, but I just want to check out a couple of things.
A pleasure to make thine acquaintance, Ashen One.
Oh, is that?
I am but a humble handmaid of the shrine. Weapons, armor, trinkets, and spells. I've lots of little things to ease the burden of a weary traveler. And yes, I'm undead too, but not so charitable as to give my goods away. Ashen One, fetch souls and bring them to me. As is thy wont, no?
I know who she is. She is one of the old ladies from the very beginning of Dark Souls 2. Isn't she? That's cool. I'm assuming, anyways, she looks just like them. The three, I think it was 3 of them that were in that hut. And it sounds like she's gonna buy and sell things here, so... There's some more ember, repair powder, purple moss. A lot of this stuff we know of already. Homeward Bone, white sign soapstone, so we can leave a co-op summon sign. A dried finger for for 2,000 souls. Should only be used with the greatest of caution. It's an online item. Used to strengthen connection to other worlds, allowing the summoning of a third phantom, but also a second dark spirit. Also makes the summoning of a dark spirit occur earlier, used with caution. Okay. A tower key. Key to the decrepit tower behind Firelink Shrine, which leads to the bell tower. The bell tower is the grave of Firekeeper's past, where a Firekeeper has served her purpose. She is led to true darkness, where she enjoys a long deserved sleep. And I think, actually, that's what the old ladies were called. Weren't they Firekeepers? Maybe I'm mixing things up, but that's cool. Which makes sense why she has this key to the grave of the Firekeepers. I want that. That's cool. What else? We've got a couple of spells here. A heal aid. To use miracles, equip a talisman or sacred chime, and attune a miracle at a bonfire. So that's an option if we want. There's a ton of stuff here. Here's a talisman, so we could buy both of these. And then we could use this healing aid. And I'm guessing this uses mana. I'm calling it mana. It uses FP. Then she's got arrows. I actually wouldn't mind buying like a bow and just a quiver of arrows, just so that we can like pull enemies. There's chain leggings here. Okay, this is cool. We can also sell stuff, but there's nothing I'm gonna sell right now. Actually, there is one thing I might sell, and it's this broken straight sword for 3 big ones, and then this east-west shield. I guess we should keep it in case we run into anything with magic, fire, lightning, or dark. We'll hold on to it for now. For the 100 souls that it gives us, I mean...
Ashen One, be sure to bring more souls.
Yeah, you got it. You sound totally trustworthy. And this guy, isn't he... Didn't he have like a workshop? Time for friendship. Yeah, I could give you that. That sounds reasonable.
Well, a newcomer, I see.
He's
I am Andre.
Andre, that's
I
his
serve
name.
at this shrine.
That's so
as
cool.
a humble smith, forging weapons. You're in search of the Lords of Cinder, I trust.
I am.
A toilsome journey, I'd wager. You'll require good arms. Let me smith you weapons. I am a smith. Such is my purpose.
So I'm picturing him like he's at the bottom of a staircase. I think it's Dark Souls 1. Unless he appears in both, because there is the blacksmith in Dark Souls 2 that has in that like broken hut. But I'm pretty sure it's from Dark Souls 1. Okay, so we can reinforce our weapon. We need Titanite shards. We only have 1. We need 2. We can infuse our weapon. What can we infuse it with? Oh, gems. Okay. Refined gem, raw gem, fire gem. Was fire gem one of the options at the beginning? If so, seems like a pretty good option at this point, because these are very expensive. Oh, actually, they're not that bad. And I thought the way it was described is we can only upgrade existing. It looks like we can infuse. We can repair our equipment. Looks like none of them need repair. That's good. A lot Estus. Oh, look at that. That's cool. So we have 4 charges in total, and we can distribute them between them. For now, I'm just gonna take extra Estus flasks, like the healing kind. And then, if we have Estus shards, we can come to him to make those stronger.
Weapons and protection are sturdy enough by and large, but when overused, they'll eventually break. When their durability is low, repair becomes a necessity. Use a powder, or simply rest at a bonfire. But should chance impel them break, bring them me. I'll hammer them back into shape. They take no pleasure in breaking, I assure ye. So handle them with care, if you would.
So he is saying that...
Prithee, be careful. I don't want to see my work squandered.
I like him already. He is saying that weapons will repair themselves at bonfires. I don't know if that's always been the case. Huh, it's something. You would think that this is something. I'm not sure. I want to just see if there's anybody else in here that we could maybe talk to. What is that noise? Okay, well, there's nothing down here. What is that we're hearing? People have had fights in here. What is this? Yorm the Giant of the profaned capital. So we saw him earlier. So these are the lords. Watchers of the Abyss. Holy King Lothric. Last hope of his line. Can we get in there? Not quite. Probably be disrespectful. Ludlith the Exiled? Is he the one that was... Oh yeah. Oh yeah. What? Does he have no legs?
O that Unkindled, and a seeker of lords. I am Ludlith of Corland. Look not in bewilderment as I say. I linked the fire long ago, becoming the Lord of Cinder. If substantiation be thy want, set thine eyes upon my charred corpse. This sad cadaver, no need to be coy. Have a closer look.
Kinda want to.
Knowest thou of our purpose? 5 thrones will take 5 lords as kindling for the linking of the fire.
So they link the fire.
The fast fading flame must be linked to
preserve the
this
world.
A reenactment of the first linking of the fire. So it is, I became a lord of Cinder. I may be but small, but I will die a colossus.
I wonder if that's foreshadowing of some kind. Like, I'll die a colossus. We saw one that was a giant.
Knowest thou of our purpose? So I'm... Now. Do not be away.
Okay, and this one is empty. It was kind of tough to tell from the other side, but... Is this all one... Is this shrine like a self-contained area that just has a whole bunch of these branching tunnels and the like? I'm starting to think so, but why is it so empty? And then we came down through here. Okay, so it just wraps around. And this is, yeah, there's Andre. But... okay, this will just drop down. But it drops down onto like a ledge of sorts. Oh, but not really. That's cool how they all link together like that. Okay. Well, where do we go from here?
Ashen One, produce the core coiled sword at the bonfire.
I've done so.
The mark of ash will guide thee to the land of the lords. To Lothric, where the homes of the lords converge.
Oh, look at that. We've got somebody else in here.
Farewell.
That's awesome. Okay, cool. Well, we're gonna take a break here, and when we come back, we'll keep exploring. We'll figure out where to go from Firelink Shrine. And, yeah, this is amazing. Like, if you guys were on the fence about Dark Souls, like, if you like Dark Souls, you're gonna love this. It just feels awesome, and it runs so well. It's like, it's beautiful. It feels fantastic. I am super excited, and I hope you guys are too. So thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far, wow, outstanding. This is a little bit longer than I was anticipating, but I think that's probably fine for a first episode. I don't normally ask for this unless it's the first video in a series, but if you did appreciate it, if you could give the video a positive rating, that would help me out a lot. And just thank you guys for the support. I appreciate it so much, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.